Alright, kids, today's topic is Anaconda, a movie that reunites Jack Black in the jungle following King Kong, Tropic Thunder, and the Jumanji movies. I guess he's found his place in the world. Please consult my Venn diagram for further information. In this movie, Jack Black and Paul Rudd are a couple of buddies who grew up making home movies together. They hit middle age and realize that their lives aren't really going anywhere, so they decide to head to the Amazon with their friends and remake one of their favorites, Anaconda. Unfortunately, it would seem that the movie was inspired by true events, as an actual enormous snake shows up threatening to derail the production and also kill them. You already know this, though, if you've seen the trailer. You already know the entire movie, as a matter of fact. Anaconda leans heavier into the comedy side of the horror comedy genre. This is light fare with more jokes than suspense. Black and Rudd never switch off of funny mode. There isn't a moment where the movie gets real and the threat of the giant snake hits you in a heavy way. Sometimes I even forgot it was still out there. That's too bad, because I think you can have a movie where the danger is real and the threat is taken seriously, but there's still a strong comedic side. In fact, I know you can have that. That movie is called Tremors. There is a place for Anaconda in the world, and it's not the Library of Congress, if you are wondering. It's the multiplex on Christmas Day. This release date makes all the sense in the world to me. It's an inoffensive time at the movies for the family to see together. Somewhat funny, not too scary for the preteens, not too crass for grandma, short run time. People like to see Jack Rudd and Paul Blart do their wacky thing. Jack Black does his guitar riff voice, and the people laugh. I just wish we could aim a little bit higher, though. I think a new director would have helped. Tom Gormican, who did the thematically very similar The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, is at the helm here, and he just doesn't have any sense of style. The movie looks like a cheap TV show. The camera is mostly static and flat. One scene that comes to mind that is especially poorly directed is one where Jack Black is bitten by a spider. The way to do a scene like that is to show the spider sneaking up while he's talking and unaware. Get the strings going as it goes up his body, and then jump! The scene is so strange. He's just walking along and suddenly he says, "Ow, a spider bit me," and he brushes it off. You don't even see it happen. I wasn't even sure he was really bit by a spider, if it was all in his imagination, until the scene kept going and his bladder-shy buddy Steve Zahn had to pee on him to counter the poison. Yeah, that's a scene we have to watch. It's pretty out of nowhere. If we'd established that Steve Zahn was bladder shy before the scene, it would have felt less forced, but we didn't, and you're just asking yourself, what are we doing here? There's a subplot with a young lady on the run from some nasty gold thieves that seems to just be there to pad the runtime and get a few more people for the snake to kill. It would have been a more organic way to expand the cast to just have the movie crew have more than 5 people on it. It might even be a little funny to see Jack Black try and do rewrites to accommodate his shrinking cast and crew. Maybe at the premiere the finished movie starts with an in memoriam list and it just goes on and on. As it is, we had more people working on the Nuke the Shark original film Narcolepsy. You don't need a forced subplot here to get more snake food, just a little rewrite. I've got one more complaint, and it's the needle drops. There's 4 that come to mind that are the most cliche movie soundtrack songs you can think of. Now, one of these, that's the joke, that the song is super obvious, and it's a good joke, but It's Time to Retire, Kickstart My Heart for fast driving scenes, and Back in Black for triumphant entry scenes. Overall, I will say that Anaconda is okay. There's minor laughs throughout. It's a little lazy, but not annoying. It's a one and done, and not something I'll be thinking about in the future. I'll be giving it a 5 out of 10.